Biomagnification means the accumulation, the progressive accumulation of waste, which pesticides, insect. The biomagnification means the accumulation, progressive accumulation of the harmful chemicals at every level of the food chain. That is what we call as, I told you that yesterday also we discussed about biomagnification. I told you that at every trophic level, there is accumulation of the progressive accumulation of the waste, of the harmful chemicals. And this accumulation is called as biological magnification. And what is the impact of this biological magnification? The impact of biological magnification is that it hampers all the biochemical reaction which take place in the body of an organism. Like yesterday we discussed about the case of pelicans which were living near the Lake Michigan, right? That they started laying the eggs and the shell was brittle. Why the shell was brittle was because of the biomagnification, because of the accumulation of the pesticide, the chemicals in the body of pelican. In the body of pelican, because of which the pelican was laying the eggs with the very, very thin shells. As I told you that it hampers all the biochemical reaction. Even if we are consuming the plants with the higher concentration of the pesticide, even if we are consuming the meat, because humans are omnivorous, it will have more concentration of harmful chemicals in meat rather than plants. So, because it at every level the amount of pesticide is increasing, and whatever we are eating, the amount of pesticide is getting accumulated within the body of an organism. It hampers each and every biochemical reaction. So farmers should be very, very, very cautious while using the biochemical while using all these chemicals. They should be very, very cautious, extra cautious before they use all kind of chemicals in the fields, because they are growing these food crops just for the people. They do not want to harm the people. So that is why they should be given knowledge about that, what will be the impact of all the chemicals which they are using in the crops. Now it not only damages the biochemical pathways of the human, but it enters into the food chain. And when it enters into the food chain, it hampers each and every trophic level. It disturbs the balance of each and every trophic level. So we have to be very, very cautious while using these chemicals. It was not only the use of the pesticide and the chemical and the fertilizers which are changing the ecological balance. Our other activities are also changing, are also damaging the environment. Can you suggest some activities which are being performed by the human so as to damage? These activities are damaging the planet. Do you know any activity as such? Come on, because you are now grown up kids, you must have knowledge about it, that how the humans are damaging the planet Earth. Yes.
Deforestation.
Okay, one of the ways is deforestation. Second, any other activity? Any other activity?
Excessive use of harmful chemicals.
Yes, that is what I told you, that excessive use of harmful chemicals and the pesticides is substantially damaging each and every food chain. Rashi, is there any other activity? Ansh, Narang, Vansh. There are so many other. There are different activity. Come on, suggest which are the various activities.
By releasing the toxic material into the rivers
Yeah,
without treating them.
yes. By releasing the toxic material, we are creating the pollution in the rivers, which is not only damaging the water source, but it is also damaging that those organisms which are surviving in the water.
Deforestation.
Yes, yes.
Deforestation.
That has already been described about Manasvi. Any other point? Any other way how human greed is taking a toll on the planet Earth, and we are pushing the planet Earth towards damage. And let me tell you, one of the way is depletion of the ozone. It is the man-made, you can say, this disaster is a man-made disaster. This disaster, that is depletion of ozone layer, is a disaster which is created by the greed of the man. Otherwise, otherwise nature has given us each and everything to protect ourselves. Nature has given each and every protection to planet Earth, so that life could flourish. But it is the activity of human which is damaging the planet. Now let me talk about the depletion of the ozone layer. You know what is ozone? What is ozone? Any idea about it? What is ozone?
Three
Ma'am, it
molecules of
protects Earth from harmful
UV rays.
sun rays.
If we try to know that what is ozone, ozone is a three-membered oxygen molecule. Ozone is a three-member oxygen molecule where when three atoms of oxygen combine, they form a molecule of ozone, right? Now, there are the different layer of atmosphere. Now, where is the ozone present? Ozone is present in the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere. Here also nature has given us one of the opportunities to survive. Why? If it would have been near the Earth's surface, if the ozone has been near the Earth's surface, ozone is a poisonous gas. And if it would have been near the Earth's surface, then it would have not helped the human, the animals to flourish on this planet Earth. So again, nature has given us one more chance that how it has ensured that how life could survive on this planet, because ozone is not present near the Earth, it is present in the outermost layer of Earth. Right? Now, how is ozone formed? You know, that sun releases various type of rays. There are lots of electromagnetic rays which are given out by the sun every moment of time, because the reaction, the changing of helium into hydrogen is releasing lots and lots of rays are given out. These electromagnetic rays which reach to the Earth's surface, there are various rays which are given out by the sun, but all the electromagnetic rays do not reach to the Earth's surface. There are only three waves, there are only three types of rays which reach to the Earth's surface. And what are these rays? These are infrared rays. What is it? Infra, yes. What is it? Infrared rays.
Infrared.
Yes, it is infrared rays. Now, what is the function of infrared rays? Do you feel the warmth in the sun rays? Do you feel the heat in the sun rays?
Yes, ma'am.
When the sun rays fall on our body, we feel the heat, we feel the warmth, and that warmth is caused by, which is responsible? Who is responsible for that heat?
Infrared
It is the infrared.
rays.
Then there is one more type of rays which reaches to the Earth's surface, and that is visible rays. These visible rays help us to see the objects. White light. The visible ray is the white light, and white light comprises of how many wavelengths?
7 wavelengths.
Yes, in the acronomy of
Vibgyor.
right? So this is the visible ray, which makes the things visible. The warmth, the heat of the sunlight is because of the infrared rays. Now the third rays, that is called as ultraviolet rays, UV rays. If they enter into the Earth's surface, if the ultraviolet rays enter into the Earth's surface, you know what they will do? They will damage with whatever comes in their contact. If the ultraviolet rays fall on the Earth's surface, it is going to damage the Earth. If this is the Earth's surface and the ultraviolet rays strikes them, it is going to damage the fertility of the soil and make the soil barren. That is, what do you mean by barren soil?
Unfertile soil.
Unfertile. It will make it unfertile. It will make it such a soil which cannot bear the plants. Where the plants, where the crops, where the grass cannot grow. Right? And if it touches the human skin, it will cause skin cancer. And if it touches the if it touches the human eye, or if it touches any eyes of any organism, it is going to damage it and cause the cataract. So it means that ultraviolet rays are very, very harmful rays if they enter into the Earth's atmosphere. Now, if they reach to the Earth's atmosphere, then why did not they enter into the Earth's atmosphere? It was because we are having a layer of protection, which we know as ozone layer. What ozone layer is a barrier which do not allow the ultraviolet rays to come, to fall on, to enter into the Earth's surface. It strikes them once again back. It sends them back to the space. Once it strikes the ozone layer, once ultraviolet rays strike the ozone layer, it sends them back into the space. Now, what are we doing? Now, first of all, let me tell you that how the ultraviolet rays only help in the formation of the ozone. It is the ultraviolet rays only which help in the formation of ozone. What have I told you? What is ozone? How many atoms of oxygen are in the molecule?
3 atoms of oxygen.
Yes, 3 atoms. And how is it formed? Let me explain it to you. How is oxygen present in the Earth's in the atmosphere, around the Earth's surface? In which form? Yes, because O is very, very unstable. Oxygen cannot exist in the form of oxygen atoms. Why? Because it is unstable. It requires 8 in its outermost shell. So to be stable, it combines with one more atom of oxygen to form O2, right? So the smallest unit of oxygen molecule to exist independently is O2. Is it clear? The smallest
Yes, ma'am.
entity in which the oxygen can exist independently is the oxygen molecule, that is O2. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, how is it for the O2, which is present in the outermost layer? When the ultraviolet rays strikes it, when the UV rays strikes O2, the O2 is broken down. O2 is decomposed into oxygen atom. O2 is decomposed into oxygen atom. Now, this oxygen atom being very, very, very unstable combines with oxygen molecule. As soon as ultraviolet ray decompose it into oxygen atom, at the same time it combines with oxygen molecule to form O3. To form O3. Right? Is this process clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That due to the ultraviolet rays only, the oxygen molecule decomposes to form oxygen atom, and when the oxygen atom combines with the oxygen molecule, it forms the ozone. This layer of ozone that do not allow the ultraviolet rays to enter into the Earth's surface. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how are we damaging this layer? So nature has given us full protection against ultraviolet rays. But what are we doing? Let me tell you. What is our greed making us to do? Our greed is due to we want to create such substances which will help us in cooling, right? Like refrigerators. Even the deos which you are using, there we are using the coolant in all these things. And now what is present in the coolant? We are using coolant as a gas that is called as CFC gas. Which gas? We are
CFC
using the CFC gas as a coolant. Now what is that CFC gas doing? CFC is chlorofluorocarbon. What is the full form of CFC?
Fluorocarbon.
As soon as the chlorofluorocarbon reaches into the outermost layer where the ultraviolet rays is present, the ultraviolet rays knocks chlorine out of the molecule. जैसे ही ultraviolet rays hit करती है CFC को, the chlorine molecule is knocked out. Right? The chlorine atom is knocked out from the CFC molecule, and this chlorine will react with the ozone, and will again change it back into oxygen, thus consuming the layer of ozone. And in this diagram, if you will see that the region over the Antarctica, which is painted in violet color, you know what is it?
Ozone layer.
Yes, this is not ozone layer. Ozone layer is present on each and every part. This is the ozone hole which has been created because of the CFC gases. It is now one of the things which God has favored us, that the hole has occurred over the area of Antarctica, because Antarctica is a nearly barren region. So, and ultraviolet rays are penetrating the Earth's surface through this hole. And because Antarctica is nearly a barren region, so it is not playing any, it is not creating a problem in the to the mankind. Otherwise, if it would have been there around the mankind, then we would have been, you can say, oh, just a moment. The rest of the things we will discuss by tomorrow. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the time is, so as the time